20 days ago, I stood here and told you Manatee County's median price was down 3.8% year over year. And I told you, watch the pending sales number because something was building underneath. Well, June's data just landed. And that same median price didn't just recover, it swung to gain 11.4%, the biggest price move in the entire Gulf Coast region, a 15-point reversal in 1 month. I'm Darren Dowling, owner of Beyond Realty, and every month I break down official Florida Realtors MLS data for our region, county by county, line by line. Today is Manatee County, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, Palmetto, Ellenton, the whole market. And I'll tell you up front, this is the most interesting data sheet of the 3 counties I'd cover this month. Not the biggest prices, the biggest momentum. Here's the plan for the next few minutes. The national narrative and why Manatee specifically breaks it. The 4 headline numbers everyone should know, the deeper stats where the real story is hiding, a full segment for buyers, a full segment for sellers, this month's viewer questions, and my read on where this is heading. Everything comes from June SunStats data. Single family homes only. We're not talking about condos today. That's genuinely a different market with different problems. And stick around for the middle of this video because I'll show you how to get the free community level version of this data for your neighborhood, not the county average. So let's go. You know the national script by now. Florida is over, everyone's leaving, prices are collapsing, and every month I try to be fair about what's true in it. Florida's condo segment has real structural problems, and compared to the frenzy of 2021, everything since looks like a slowdown. Both true. Neither is about this market. Because here's what makes Manatee the single best counterargument for the Gulf Coast right now. It's the growth county. While the headlines were being written, Manatee posted a 26% jump in total sales. Not 2%, 26%. It posted the region's fastest days to contract, and it did something neither of its neighbors did. It added new listings, up about 5%, and the market absorbed them and then some. There's a reason for this, and it's worth 30 seconds because it explains the whole sheet. Manatee is where the region's new construction and master planned growth is concentrated. Lakewood Ranch has been one of the best selling communities in America for years. Parrish and the 301 corridor are building entire towns. That means a consistent stream of newer, current code housing stock meeting a constant stream of relocating families. Growth markets behave differently than built-out markets, and June's numbers are what that difference looks like on paper. So when someone shows you a scary national chart, remember, nobody lives in the national average. Let's look at the numbers people actually live in. Number 1, median sales price, $490,000, up 11.4% from last June's 44. And context makes it better. In May, this number was 46 and negative year over year. 1 month later, it's 49 with double-digit growth. When a market whipsaws like that, the noisy month is usually the anomaly, and the trend that emerges after is the truth. Every other number on this sheet says June is the truth. Number 2, active inventory, 2,706 homes on the market, down 15.3% from last June's 3,196. Now, a 15% drop is the mildest of the 3 counties I cover, and that's actually a feature of Manatee, not a bug. Remember, this county added listings. Inventory fell anyways, because demand outran supply. That's a healthier way to tighten than simple seller scarcity. Number 3, month supply of inventory, 4.1 months, down from 5.2 a year ago. Quick refresher, under 4 months favors sellers, 4 to 6 months is balanced, over 6 months favors buyers. Manatee is balanced, dead even with Sarasota, and drifting towards the seller line. In May, this number was 4.4. So the drift is active month over month, not just year over year. Number 4, days on market. The median home went under contract in 45 days, down from 56 last June. 45 days is the fastest of any county in the region. For perspective, in a true buyer's market, that number runs 75 plus. At 45, a well-priced listing that launches this weekend is under contract before Labor Day. The Big Four, prices up 11.4%, inventory down 15%, supply at 4.1 months, and drifting towards seller territory, and the fastest moving homes on the coast. Now, let's open the rest of the sheet because the momentum story gets even louder. Closed sales, 890 homes closed in June against 705 last year, up 26.2%. That is the largest demand jump in the region, and it's not even close. Dollar volume, $577.2 million, up 40.3% year over year. Let me say that clearly. The total money moving through Manatee single-family real estate grew 40% in 1 year. Markets do not print 40% volume growth while dying. New pending sales, 716 contracts written in June, up nearly 23%. Pending inventory, deals in escrow waiting to close, 1,003, up 17%. This is tomorrow's closed sales. Already signed. July and August are effectively preloaded to be strong months. When I said in May that something was building under the surface, this is the number I was watching. Cash sales, 224 closings, about 25% of the market. Interesting contrast here. That's the lowest cash share of my 3 counties, and it tells you who's buying in Manatee. More families, more financial primary residences, more people moving for schools and space rather than parking wealth. A financed buyer market is more rate sensitive, which cuts both ways, and I'll come back to that in the buyer segment. Median percent of original list, 95.8% of the strongest pricing power of all 3 counties, up from 94.3 last year. Sellers here are keeping about 96 cents of every asking dollar on the median price. New listings, 831, up 4.9%, the only county in the region where sellers were added to the supply. And median time to sale, contract to close in 99 days, down from 109. Call it 14 weeks door to door. One honest caution flag on an otherwise allowed sheet. The average sales price, $648,560, actually sits below May's average. Averages bounce around with a mix of what's sold, which is exactly why I lead with medians. But it's a reminder that 1 month never makes a trend, and I'll be watching whether the median holds this level in July. Buyers, here's your honest playbook for Manatee. First, you have more choice here than anywhere in the region, and fresh choice at that. New listings grew, and the new construction pipeline east of I-75 keeps delivering. If your Sarasota search is coming up empty or over budget, the same money buys you meaningfully more house in Parrish, Palmetto, or the newer Lakewood Ranch villages. That's not a consolation prize, it's where the region's growth actually is. Second, move with urgency, but not panic. 45 days to contract is the fastest in the region, and the good homes in the good school zones move at the front of the curve. See homes the first weekend, know your ceiling before you walk in. Third, use the builder market. In a county with this much new construction, builders quietly compete for you. Rate buy-downs, closing costs, design credits. Those incentives rarely show up on the MLS stats, but they're real money. This is exactly where having an agent who tracks builder inventory pays for itself. And no, the builder site agent does not represent you. Fourth, the rate math cuts differently here. With only a quarter of the market paying cash, Manatee is the most rate-sensitive county I cover. If rates fall this winter, this specific market reheats first and fastest. Buying while others wait is uncomfortable and historically profitable. And fifth, geography is strategy in this county. West of I-75 in the established Bradenton neighborhoods and out towards the islands, you're buying mature lots of character and proximity to water, and you're competing mostly against other resales. East of 75, you're in the growth corridor competing against builders, which means incentives, but also means knowing which villages have CDDs and what they actually cost you monthly. Same county, two completely different negotiations. The buyers who get hurt here are the ones running one strategy across both maps. Sellers, the June sheet is close to a green light with two disciplines attached. The stack in your favor. Demand up 26%, pendings up 23%, homes moving in 45 days, and sellers keeping 95.8% of ask on the median price, the best in the region. If you've been waiting on the sidelines since the softer days of 24 and 25, this is what re-entry conditions really look like. Discipline 1. You are competing with builders. That brand new home with the warranty and the buy down is your buyer's alternative. Your resale wins on the things new construction can't offer: established trees and lots, potentially no CDD surprise, finished landscaping, a real neighborhood. Market those, price honestly against them, and presentation matters double time, because your buyer just walked a spotless model home an hour before your showing. Yes, buyers are not community loyal. They are going to go with the best bang for the buck. Discipline 2. Don't let the 11.4% headline write your list price. That's a county median move, not a guarantee for your street. Price off your immediate comps from the last 90 days. In May to June alone, the median moved $30,000. Here, this market is moving fast enough that the 90-day-old comps are already stale. Fresh data or bad pricing, you pick one. And a timing note specific to Manatee. Your buyer pool is more seasonal than you'd think, because so much of it is families anchored into the school calendars. The stretch from now into early fall is when relocation buyers need to close to get settled. List into that demand rather than after it. And with pending inventory already at 1,000 contracts, appraisers are working from fresh rising comps, which is quietly one of the best things this data sheet does for you. A strong offer today has a much better chance of appraising clean than it did a year ago. Which brings me to one ask of this video. Every month I build a free community level Manatee report. Your neighborhood, your target community, what listed and what went under contract, what closed and at what price. Lakewood Ranch is broken out by the village you're in. Parrish, tracked against its own construction pipeline. It's the difference between the county's weather and your street's forecast. The link's in the description below. 15 seconds, name, email, community, no spam, no pressure. Get your data every month. From the inbox this month. Is Lakewood Ranch overbuilt? There's construction everywhere. Building activity is not oversupply. The numbers are. The county absorbed 26% more sales while inventory fell 15%. With builders delivering the whole time, overbuilt looks like rising inventory and falling pricing. We have the opposite of both. Watch month's supply with me. If it ever climbs back through 6, I'll say so in one of these videos. The next question: why did the median swing so hard from May to June? Two forces, real momentum. You can see it in the pendings and closed volume, plus the mix of more higher-end homes closing in June, including new product east of I-75. The truth is, strong market plus a flattering month. That's why I gave you the average price caution earlier. Watch July's median with me. We bought in 2022. Are we finally above water? In most Manatee neighborhoods, June's median is now clear of the 2022 peaks, but it is intensely neighborhood specific. This is exactly what the free community report answers. Or send me your address, I'll run the actual numbers, no listing appointment required. Here's the last question I've been getting. Do builder incentives mean new construction is a better deal than resale right now? The answer is sometimes, and it's genuinely close, which is the honest answer. A rate buy down can be worth tens of thousands over the years you hold the loan. But run the full comparison: CDD fees, year of construction around you, lot premiums, and landscaping and window treatments you'll pay for after closing. Resales win on total cost more than the sales center math suggests. Bring me any builder quote and I'll put the two side by side for you in an afternoon. Next month, watch 3 things with me. First, does the median hold above 475? If yes, June was real. Second, pending inventory at 1,000 plus. Does it convert into another 850 plus closings? Third, month supply, 4.4 in May, 4.1 in June. 2 more months on that slope, and Manatee is formally a seller's market. Here's the bottom line. Manatee County is the growth engine on the Gulf Coast right now, and June was the loudest month in 2 years. If you're buying, the window where you face balanced competition is measurably closing. If you're a seller, conditions are aligned to your favor for the first time in a while. If your pricing respects the data, that is. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see next month's numbers, and grab that free community report in the description below. And if you want to talk through your specific move, you can call me directly. It's a free conversation and it always will be. I'm Darren Dowling with Beyond Realty, and we'll see you next month.
Scan the QR code to connect with Darren Dowling. Follow and subscribe for exclusive Florida listings and updates.